Hey YouTube, just want to show off my custom Zombie Strike styled Nerf drill blaster that I call the Drill Blitz because it's a pun on the phrase drill bits. I thought that name would mesh well with the whole Zombie Strike naming scheme. I mean, we have something that looks like a nail gun and they called it the nail biter. Obviously, I custom painted this one, but still. Nail biter, nail gun, drill blitz. Yeah. Anyway, let's go over how I made this. This uses a pre-existing Nerf blaster and a lot of 3D printed parts. The Nerf blaster itself is a Doomlands holdout. This silvery part here is where the holdout logo used to be, but I covered it up with some putty. I believe the word or the name holdout is also where this bit of green mess is, and I again covered that up with some putty. Excuse me. But everything else I kept. I liked the post-apocalyptic look of the Doomlands line. As you can see, I turned some of the wires and I picked out the detail with some color. We got blue, red. Let's see, does the other side have anything on it? Oh yeah, unlike Nerf, I paint both sides. Shots fired. Anyway, let's move on to some of the 3D printed parts. Up here we have the drill chuck. That's where the barrel is, and I have a cosmetic dart here for decoration. I want to reiterate that this is cosmetic. I never fire this dart because it has a 3D printed head, i.e. a plastic head. I.e. if I hit anybody with this, it would feel like an FEJ, but even worse. I don't fire that, I just put it on there for display purposes. Moving on, I have the priming hook, which I turned into a ball peen hammer head. Again, 3D printed with a weld seam down the bottom there. I really like doing this weld seam on a bunch of Zombie Strike blasters. For example, here we have the barrel from a Zoom and Doom, the add-on set for the nail biter. I added a custom sight that looks like a head of a pair of scissors. And to attach it, I added super glue. And the super glue was turned into those weld seams. I guess let me know if you in the comments if you want to see me talk about the other Zombie Strike blasters that I've painted up. But this is the only Zombie Strike blaster that is like unique that I've worked on. Moving down to the grip, pretty much from this tape line down is the 3D printed part. Any of the 3D printed files I use for this I'm going to put in the description so everyone gets their proper credit. I did have to edit some of these down, either sizing wise or slicing parts off or adding parts in so I can, loop this onto the priming hook or make sure this would be able to hold the grip of the holdout. But yeah. I have a fabric wrap on the grip to further the authenticity that this is supposed to be like a Zombie Strike blaster, and I even added the Zombie Strike crosshair logo on the bottom to make it look even more authentic. And here we have the battery chamber thing. This was supposed to be dart storage, but I got a bit overzealous when making this. I glued it together prematurely, and I didn't want to break it apart in order to make, like, this piece here open up to hold darts, so my bad. If I were to make this again, which I really don't plan on doing, I would probably make it so that the bottom is dart storage. Oh hey, and look at me saying how I'm better than Hasbro, because I painted both sides, but I didn't even paint the bottom. I mean, to be fair, you don't see the bottoms of blasters, but you definitely see both sides. Anyway, that's about it when it comes to this blaster. I just said I made a mistake about not making the start storage, and I made another mistake because I didn't mount this thing before I made it. So it gets stock performance. But I'm okay with that. This was made to fit the Zombie Strike look. I don't plan on using this at wars or anything like that. I just wanted this to look like a Zombie Strike blaster, and in my opinion, it looks like one. And also, I was expecting that a priming hook that big would really, like, be uncomfortable smacking into my hand, but because of how long this grip is, I can just grip it a little bit lower and don't have any interference. So that's that. I, again, made this because I wanted a drill-like blaster that looked like a Zombie Strike blaster, which oddly enough could be happening, because on the back of the box, in the Barks art of the Ghoul Grinder, the only 2020 Nerf blaster, unfortunately, there was an illustrated kid holding a, what looked like a drill-themed blaster that had a side grip, which I was considering adding to this, but I felt because, you know, the blaster itself was a bit small, if I added a side grip, it would just be gouty and garish and ugly and all that stuff, so I didn't put it on there. But hey, here's hoping that we actually get that blaster so I can compare it to my work. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That is my custom Zombie Strike styled drill Blitz. What's next?